What's going on, everybody? This is Nick Bolliger back with NMB Sports, and Brandon has returned
What's going
again.
on, guys? It's been a little bit, but I'm back. And so we're going to recap last night's game. We got the Vikings and the Dallas Cowboys. Obviously, I predicted a much high-scoring game.
Oh, so did I.
I didn't expect those defenses to actually... I didn't expect Dallas's defense to do anything, but they actually held them to a very, very low-scoring game.
Yeah.
But Zeke actually only got 86 yards. It's his lowest on the year.
Mm-hmm.
Which is actually crazy. Zeke was only 1 yard away from tying Minnesota for their entire rushing yards in the game.
Yeah, they had a pretty balanced rush attack. I mean, it wasn't fantastic, of course. Sam Bradford threw 45 times, so
right.
I don't really like that when you have Asiata and you have McKinnon.
Yeah.
I would mainly lean on that.
And mainly McKinnon is a great receiver out of the backfield and can play multiple positions. And you look at Stephon Diggs didn't do anything last night. Cordell Patterson didn't do anything last night. So I don't know why you'd keep throwing the ball if you're not trying to get the ball to them. Obviously, Dallas is trying to cover Stephon Diggs and Cordell Patterson because they are deep threats. But he was making throws like Adam Thielen, like downfield. Like he's not fast. He's not going to make those deep. Sam Bradford, mind me, is not a bad quarterback, but he's not going to make those throws consistently.
Right.
And it showed last night.
Team that, I mean, Dallas doesn't have a overwhelming defense.
And Barry Church was back last night. So
their defense isn't poor.
No.
This year.
They're top 10, I'd say. They're pretty strong.
Yeah.
They're balanced with running and the rush defense and pass defense.
Good tackling team.
But anyway, Bradford threw for 247. Dak threw for 139. But I did want to bring up the fact that Dak, over his past 3 games, has his quarterback rating has been 108, 108.2, 108.9, and 126.7.
That's a rookie. Just
that's a rookie, and I just don't see. I remember beginning of the year, I predicted Dallas to do something in the playoffs. I saw when Tony Romo went down, I was like, they drafted Dak Prescott for a reason.
Yep.
I remember looking at him, and I was like, he's got Ezekiel Elliott to lean on with the best offensive line,
and another running back in Alfred Morris.
And
he doesn't get enough carries, in my opinion.
No, and you still have Des Bryant, Jason Witten. Cole Beasley, who is their best receiver this year. I was like, these guys are going to do something this year. Little did I know, I was going to be proven right, and that they're going to be the best team in the NFL. And it's crazy. Like, when you look at this team, you expect them to, at some point, the rookie part has got to catch up to them, but it just doesn't happen.
Right.
Their defense will make stops. Even if their offense doesn't come up, dude, they're going to keep. Their offense will show up.
Right.
And they go down the field, they score points, and just one after the other. It just doesn't stop. They're so good.
My thing with them is, like, Zeke having, 86 yards last night?
86 yards.
I think that proves that team is very complete on offense.
Right.
Minnesota's offense not looking sharp doesn't really prove much on the defensive end, but there have been other games throughout the season where that defensive presence has been there.
Yeah.
I mean, Sam Bradford threw for 247 yards, and Dak Prescott only threw for 139, and you win that game when the rushing was pretty equal. So
and that's another thing. Like, special teams was big last night.
Yeah.
Minnesota's special teams, they're top 3, with Cordell Patterson being one of the most dangerous return men in the league.
Yep.
And they were having a ton of problems last night. They couldn't return anything. Dallas was down there in 5 seconds. They were right in his face when he was trying to catch the ball. One of them, he almost lost the fumble in the 4th quarter.
Yep.
But anyway, final in that game, Dallas won. I think Dallas has a great chance to do something great in the playoffs.
Yeah, can I make another quick point?
Yeah.
Comparing kind of to New England, actually, on defense, Dallas, as we saw, gave up a lot of passing yards, and New England gives up a lot of yards, but they're the second most stingiest defense in terms of points given up.
Yep.
Right behind Seattle. That was going into last week. I don't know numbers this week.
Yeah.
But they were New England gave up one of the most yard totals and gave up the second fewest points.
Right. And that's another thing about New England. You can drive down the field on New England.
Yep.
And we've seen that all year. They get big chunks of plays, and that's the only way that they really make their way down the field. They don't just hammer them all the time and keep getting yards. They get, like, second down, third down, they'll get like a 20-yard play.
Yeah.
And then, like, first down, they'll get like a 20-yard run.
Yep.
And it's that. But we have a great goal line defense. Matt Patricia is great at that. He's great inside the red zone. And so moving on from that, we got a ton of big games.
Oh, yeah.
Now it's finally getting into playoffs.
Mm.
I love it. Teams have to start fighting for everything now. A team that does have to fight for everything, this game right now, Lions and Saints.
Yeah.
The Lions have trailed in every game going into the fourth quarter, and they're 7-4. They are the division leader. I do expect them to win this division. I know Green Bay, but then again, like when you look at Green Bay Monday night, we didn't learn anything. Like,
right.
Congratulations, you beat a rookie quarterback.
Yep.
Like, I'm sorry. Aaron Rodgers is a great quarterback. In my eyes this year, he's not even top 5.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
I did want to bring that up. Matt Stafford, completely different story. He's top 5.
Yeah, see, going into this year, I posed the question, is Matt Stafford better without Calvin Johnson? He doesn't have that bailout option. Like, when he panics, he would just throw it up to Calvin.
Right.
That didn't work. No playoff success.
Right.
Minimal regular season success. But now they're 7-4 without arguably the best player coming off of last year. So
arguably the best receiver. So
yeah. So you see a guy like Marvin Jones come in. He had a good start to the season.
I'd say first 5 weeks was
he was good. Hasn't really done much since. But Golden Tate, has been pretty
inconsistent.
Average.
Yeah.
Eric Ebron's been pretty good for a tight end. Maybe if you need fantasy tight end, Ebron's there.
Go get him.
They've
and
just
their running
looked
back. You don't
sharp.
even know what's going on with their running back.
They have like 7. I don't even know. They've looked pretty sharp, and the game-winning drives have been there for Matt Stafford.
And that's the thing. I was listening to one of my favorite sports analysts, Colin Cowherd, last night, and he was talking about how he was comparing Aaron Rodgers and Matt Stafford.
Yep.
And Aaron Rodgers coming out of high school wasn't even top 30. Matt Stafford was 1.
Yep.
Matt Stafford played at a D1 college and went in the first round. Aaron Rodgers played at a junior college and went in the second round. Aaron Rodgers inherited an NFC team who has Pro Bowlers all around him and great coaching.
Yeah.
And barely made it to the NFC Championship. Matt Stafford inherited horrible coaching, went an 0-16 team.
Yeah.
Probably the worst GM in NFL history. A horrible coach that just shouldn't be a head coach. Is a great assistant, but isn't in Jim Swartz. Had one good Pro Bowler in Calvin Johnson.
Yeah.
And mediocre coaching.
Yeah.
And look at him now. Like, he has all right coaching.
And an all right defense.
And an all right defense.
A defense that's worse than it was.
And no Pro Bowlers on the offense.
And they're 7-4.
And they're 7-4.
I think that comes down to the quarterback play.
That's Matt Stafford.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. Like, now he's a top. To me, just hearing that, I instantly thought this guy's a top 5 quarterback. And another one, which we will talk about later, is Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
No one's talking about him. I don't think he's top 5 right now, but I do think that he will be.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Time. Yeah.
So when it comes down to Sunday game, Lions and Saints, I'm actually going to take the Saints in this one.
You're going to take the Saints.
Yeah.
I like that because Drew Brees does play phenomenal at home.
Yep.
But I am going to take the Lions in this one. I feel like they will get the win. It's going to be a very low-scoring game. I think it's going to be 17-14. Matt Stafford will drive them down the field, and it will get him a touchdown right there.
I think this game has the potential to be opened up, though, with the Saints' powerful offense.
Right.
Drew Brees being Drew Brees.
Tim Hightower, Willie Snead.
Yeah. I'm going to say the Saints are going to score 34 points.
Okay.
And the Lions are going to score 24 points.
Okay. All right, so we're moving on to the next game. This is also a really big game coming into the AFC.
Yep.
The Ravens are leading the AFC North 6-5, but Pittsburgh, they did lose a tiebreaker, so that's why they are second. Dolphins are on a hot streak right now. I don't see them losing this game going into Baltimore. I think Miami's going to win 24-10.
Yeah, see, Miami has a decent amount of balance. Last week with Ajayi, their number 1 running back, only having 45 yards and a win. Granted, it wasn't for San Francisco.
Yeah.
But they do have Jarvis Landry.
They do.
A guy that's very versatile.
He's finally picking up.
Yeah, so, I'm going to take the Dolphins.
Yeah. So, this is a big game because if Baltimore loses,
Steelers take sole possession.
The Steelers can take possession of this league, of the division, and it is huge because Pittsburgh going into this year, they were Super Bowl favorites, and now they're 6-5.
Yeah.
I did want to. So we're moving on to the next game, which is the Pittsburgh, and this is a big game for them. The Giants are hot. No one's really talking about them. I also wanted to bring up a fact about the Giants. I was listening to Nick Wright, and he was talking about who's the best player in the NFL.
Yep.
Obviously, I thought maybe he's talking about Tom Brady. He said it wasn't a quarterback. So I was like, all right. He said it's not a running back. So I was like, well, it can't be Zeke, can't be David Johnson, can't be DeMarco Murray. He said it's not a tight end either. So I was like, can't be Gronk, can't be Jimmy Graham. He said it's Odell Beckham. So I listened a little bit more, and he's like, So this guy, since stepping on an NFL field, has been a key player.
Yep.
The Giants, who do they throw to? Sterling Shepard had a good first 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And Odell Beckham has been there. When you play the Giants, you have one goal. And that's to stop the kid with the white hair. And they never do. Oh, you wanted to return punts now? What does he do? He goes and returns a punt.
Yep.
But it was called back due to a penalty.
Right.
I think this is going to be big, but I think the Giants are going to win this one. I think the Ravens are going to still be division leaders in the AFC North, but I think the Giants will move to 9-3 on the year.
You know, I think this is going to be an open game, but it's going to be a tight game. Both super high-powered offense.
I feel it's going to go back and forth.
Not a lot of defense.
No.
That's my hope anyway.
I hope. I actually wanted to bring up Landon Collins. I hope. It's not even a question. I know he's going to have a good game.
Yeah.
But I think he can do something with, you know, how when they Pittsburgh played Indianapolis on Thanksgiving, Antonio Brown had all those deep looks.
Yeah.
That's not happening this week.
My thing, this week, I think that the balance of Pittsburgh's offense is going to be what gets it done.
It could be overwhelming.
You know, you got Le'Veon and Antonio Brown found in the end zone 3 times last week. So I'm going to take Steelers in this game.
Okay.
I really like the Giants' offense. You know, I love the way Odell Beckham plays. I love the flashy.
Right.
Sorry, that was my phone.
Yeah, you're awesome.
I love the flashy look that Odell brings, but I'm going to take the Steelers in this one because of the versatility on offense.
Yep, so another game. This is big. I'm going to give Arizona one more shot, one more time to prove themselves that they can make the playoffs. I don't see it happening. Washington going into Arizona. Kirk Cousins, Jordan Reed are just unbelievable right now. Deshaun Jackson's finally picking up he's not injured anymore.
Yep.
He's finally becoming a top 15 receiver like he was when he was with Philadelphia.
Yep.
And now that you got to think about when he was in Philadelphia, he never got injured.
Right.
And he always had 1,000 plus yards with 7+ touchdowns.
Yep.
100 receptions. When he then got traded, I thought, you know, Washington's just going to get better.
Yep.
This is what I was thinking. And ever since he's been there, it's just been injury, hamstring, knee injury, arm injury. It's just been a whole bunch. And now that he's finally back, he had 4 receptions for 100 plus yards and a touchdown.
Yeah.
He's just a nasty deep threat.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Redskins in this game.
I'm going to have to.
Arizona's just been underwhelming.
Right.
They have. I thought when they got Chandler Jones, I was like, "That's a Super Bowl contending team."
That's a defense.
You know,
that's
Patrick
like
Peterson, Tyrann Mathieu.
I thought that was going to be the Denver defense of last year.
Yeah.
Of this year,
but they haven't been. They've been far from it. Actually,
right? Exactly.
Yeah, I'm really going to take the Redskins. Vernon Davis is your number 2 tight end, but he's still a solid player.
Right.
You start getting into that 2 tight end formation like New England does, or New England has been.
Right.
Then you're going to dominate. You got Jordan Reed and you got Vernon Davis, and then Pierre Garçon and Deshaun Jackson.
And Deshaun Jackson.
4 great receiving options.
And then you got Fat Rob in the backfield.
Yeah, running backs that haven't been slouches. So, you know, I'm going to take the Redskins, and I don't really think it's going to be that close of a game. I think it could be from 10 to 21.
I think this is going to be a crazy prediction. Bold prediction. Redskins are dropping 40.
I dig it.
That's what I'm going to say.
I dig it.
So we're going to move on to your favorite.
Oh, yeah.
Which is basketball.
Oh, yeah. I love me some basketball.
This is it. So this was a big game last night. We had the doubleheader last night. Was insane. Two big games. Clippers beat the Cavs, actually, in Cleveland, 113-94. You got anything from that game?
Well, another shout-out to my man Garrett Burke.
Garrett
called this one again. He called the Antetokounmpo 30-plus on LeBron James. But this game actually came down to LeBron James. He is just not performing at a LeBron James level right now since he had the Greek Freak curse put on him.
Right. I did want to bring up, I heard something on the radio this morning about people saying, oh, should we worry about the Cavs? Shut up.
Wait till playoffs.
You don't need to worry about the Cavs. When it doesn't matter. They're going to make the playoffs. They're going to be the number 1 seed. It doesn't even matter. They're going to get home court advantage. When you look at Cleveland, when it comes down to the playoffs, games are tight.
Yeah.
And what do tight games come down to? Free throws. And who gets the most free throws in the league? LeBron James. Drives in the paint, draws fouls. He's an and-one monster. When he has his sights on the rim, just get out of the way.
Right.
Don't foul him. And I feel like people don't need to worry about the Cavs. Yeah, they've lost 2 of their last 3 games, but don't worry about it.
I think the Clippers are actually a really good matchup against Cleveland because they've got DeAndre Jordan.
They got the paint.
They've got Blake Griffin,
and
then Mbah Moute on offense is not good at all.
Right,
like he's not good. But defensively, he's pretty solid. So I mean, he can slow LeBron's pace down, and then with 2 shot blockers in the paint, you're gonna have good success against a team that likes to drive. And then Chris Paul, you're fantastic point guard on
Hall of Fame
Kyrie Irving, and
I thought that was gonna be the key matchup.
Yeah, JJ Redick on J.R. Smith as well. Like that's just
and then you got Tristan Thompson on Blake Griffin. So
I'd take DeAndre Jordan as well.
Yeah.
Who ran the center last night for Cleveland?
I think it was interchangeable. Yep. I think they did whoever, if Kevin Love was down on the court before them, he would just pick up whoever he saw first. Yep. I do think Tristan Thompson is very underrated.
Oh, I agree.
For the player he is.
Offensive rebound machine.
If
they can't rebound, he's going to dominate you.
Right, exactly. And that's why I do like the Cavs in almost every game because they are a solid rebounding team.
Yeah, I'd take the Cavs over Golden State because of that offensive rebounding presence because Golden State's not a fantastic rebounding team.
Right.
But when it comes against the Clippers, they are a good rebounding team.
Exactly.
And that's a great matchup for the Clippers, in my opinion.
Right. So moving on to the next game. One of my friends was actually at this game. I thought that was pretty cool. Rockets beat Golden State in Golden State, snapping the 12-game win streak. James Harden, again, having the night of his life. 29 points, 15 assists, 13 rebounds. I want to bring up, how do you stop James Harden? Do you just...
Antetokounmpo.
I think that's your answer for anything. I think
that is my personal answer. Like, you could ask me, a political question.
I think
Greek freak.
Right. I think you could have a math question, math equation, and you would answer it with a Greek freak.
Yes, I would.
But I do want to bring up Golden State took 88 three-pointers.
Yeah. That's
a problem. I get it. It's worked for you. But when your shots aren't falling, again...
Get in the paint.
But they don't have that paint presence,
I know,
that's the problem.
Been my argument with them.
That's the problem. When Steph's shots fade, he's a 6'2" and a $180. You're gonna have him driving you in the paint. What's gonna happen? He's gonna get killed.
Yeah,
like he did last night. I'm just saying. Kevin Durant, I thought would have the season of his life, but he is their key player now.
Yep.
And when his shot fades, Kevin Durant isn't a great defensive player. He's all right.
Average.
He's top 3 player in the league, but when his shot fades, he's not like LeBron. He can't rebound. Right. He can't pass all the time. I'm not saying he can't rebound because he can. He's not a great rebounder. He's not a great passer. He's not great in any one category besides scoring.
You're right. I'd also... Draymond Green had, I believe, 20 points last night or in that ball field. But where has he been all season? Like, they've had success. They were on a 12-game win streak, but Draymond was quiet. There were times where he had 4 points.
Right.
He needs to be a bigger role in the offense.
That's the thing. When people... I remember when Kevin Durant signed with Golden State, you came over. I picked you up, came in my house. We were talking about this. We were talking about who's going. They're going to have trouble sharing the ball.
Yeah.
We can tell they're not having trouble sharing the ball, but it's not in a good way.
Right.
Draymond Green has declined.
Yep.
Klay Thompson has declined.
Yep.
Steph Curry has declined. Not that much, but he's declined.
Yeah.
Kevin Durant's kind of stayed the same.
Yeah.
And that's a problem. I get it.
Yep.
You have 4 of the top 15 players in the league. You need to get Klay Thompson involved, not just on defense, because that's all he's doing right now.
Yep.
You need to get him involved on the offense. Draymond Green needs to be involved everywhere.
Yep.
And then besides those guys, like, you don't have anything outside of your starting 5.
Right. The best player coming off your bench is Sean Livingston, which worked last year when he
could go 13 men deep.
Right, but when he's your 6th man and you can't really bring in any interchangeable parts, like
when you had Harrison Barnes,
right,
Festus Ezeli.
Yeah. Mo Spates. It worked, but not anymore.
But you saw last night, the Rockets aren't just a jump shooting team.
No.
They have Clint Capella, who no one's talking about. Pick him up in fantasy. I know no one has him in your league.
Yeah.
Pick him up. He's a beast. I don't know. I don't think Golden State's going to go far in the playoffs. I really don't.
I think they could make it to the Western Conference Finals, but if they come up against a team like the Clippers, who have such a strong paint attack,
right.
I'm going to take the Clippers.
Right, exactly. So moving on to games tonight. I'm excited for this matchup.
Oh, I know you would be.
Everyone knows me. I love my dude Karl Anthony Towns. Dropped 47 and 18.
Yep.
I just want, like I said that night, when he starts hot, he stays hot.
Yep.
And when he starts cold, he stays cold.
Yep.
I want him tonight to again start hot. Don't run your offense through Andrew Wiggins because, like we've seen, when it does come down to him taking 17 shots, he will only make like 5.
Yeah.
When the shots are just coming to him, he'll start making them.
Yep.
That just like last night. when you run your offense through Karl Anthony Towns, you win games. They didn't win, but they had the opportunity to. It's just the inbound pass was tipped with 3 seconds to go.
Yep.
They could have tied that game or at least sent it into overtime. So I say you run your offense through Karl Anthony Towns.
Tonight, yes. Typically, I think they need to move Levine to the 1.
I think he's a great distributor.
The first time 1. I mean,
Rubio is doing absolutely nothing. I get it. Tom Thibodeau wants that veteran out there on the court.
Yeah.
But you have Gorgie Dang, you have Shabazz Muhammad,
Andrew Wiggins,
Nikolai Pekovic. Like, you have it there. Either you make a trade now, or
you change up your personnel.
Change your lineup.
Yeah, I would change the lineup first. I think
the talent, right? I think the talent there, you can win.
Yeah, no, easily.
He's just not putting it together. Like, Chris Dunn is a great 7th man, fantastic. Yeah. You could trade him though. He's great trade bait. People were saying
a lot of potential.
He's the best all-around player in last year's draft.
I said that. I was a big Ben Simmons fan. I love Brandon Ingram as well, but watching Dunn in preseason, I was like, this guy's going to be the best player out of this draft. But
they're just not giving him
minutes.
Proving
me wrong right now. Right, now, I'm thinking Thon Maker is probably going to be the best player.
If they give him minutes, if they give Thon Maker minutes.
I love Thon Maker too. So.
Right. So another big game tonight. Cavs and Bulls, Jimmy Butler, LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, Kyrie Irving. Who are you taking in this one?
I'm saying LeBron James is going to have a comeback game after having 2 lackluster games.
I'm calling a triple-double.
I'm not going to go triple-double.
Out to my boy Garrett Burke, triple-double. Send me some magic.
I'm going to say that LeBron, 30-plus on his buddy Dwayne Wade.
Yep.
Kyrie is also going to have upper 20s on Rondo.
And I want to see Tristan Thompson have a big offensive game.
I'm saying he's going to have a monster game tonight in terms of rebounds because Bulls aren't a great rebounding team.
And they don't have that kind of solid big man.
Right. So I'm going to take LeBron's Cavaliers. LeBron's at least going to have a double-double and 6 assists.
Yep. I'm going to say LeBron's a triple-double, dropping 30 points.
I think he's going to have 30 points as
well. So, Cavs over Bulls in that one.
Yep.
There isn't really much, there's kind of a couple good games, but we did want to bring up the last one. Lakers and Raptors, DeMar DeRozan playing against his favorite team. I expect DeMar DeRozan to have 30-plus points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists.
Yeah, I think DeMar's going to have a big game, but I'm kind of on the young Lakers wagon right now.
They're great. Their bench is fantastic.
Right, even without D'Angelo Russell the other night, they beat the Bulls, who we both thought that game would be closer than it should have been, but we thought the Bulls were going to take it.
Right.
Now, I'm going to go the same route, and I think Julius Randle's having a big game tonight.
Yeah.
I think he's going to have a double-double I think he's going to have 7 assists maybe.
Okay.
I'm also going to look at how Nick Young and Lou Williams play against a veteran backcourt.
I did want to bring this up. You know how many minutes Brandon Ingram is getting?
I do not.
I want him to have at least 10 points tonight.
Yeah.
If Brandon Ingram can have 10 points, they win this game. But if he doesn't, they lose.
I'm going to go bold and say if he gets about 20 minutes, I think he's going to score 15 points.
He has the potential. He's your number 2 pick. Give him minutes.
He's very
It's just like in the NFL. When you're drafted top 3, expect a big workload.
Yeah.
In this year's NBA draft, Ben Simmons, injured. Brandon Ingram, little to no minutes.
Well, he's come off the bench, but he's gotten over 10 minutes in several games.
Right. And then the only person like Chris Dunn, he's getting all right minutes. You haven't heard anything about Dragan Bender.
Yep.
So
I don't think he's played this season, to be honest, behind Alex Len and Tyson Chandler.
I don't know. You got to give them minutes. You got to let the young stars shine.
Yeah,
you got to
let them develop.
They're more athletic than anyone in the league right now.
Right.
So give them that opportunity. I get you don't want to have the Embiid effect where you do get injured, but I'd say you do need to give them at least a shot.
Yep.
So someone sent in a question. Thank you once again. We did want to talk about they need to make some trades. What's the proper way to improve your fantasy basketball team in trades?
Now, you and I have talked about this a lot because, you've been trying to make a trade to improve your basketball team. And you've been talking to me about it a lot because I have a pretty solid team myself in 2 leagues. And you want the Greek Freak or you want Hassan Whiteside or somebody that's
Russell
big,
Westbrook.
And you want to trade me 2 or maybe 1 player that's not maybe to the caliber, or one player that's to the caliber, but then
right.
one player that's not so great.
Right.
Now, my thoughts on that is you're going to have to give up 2
superstars.
Maybe like you're trying to make a trade right now of Draymond Green and
DeMar
DeRozan for Russell Westbrook. Now, to make that trade go through, the other player has to drop somebody. Okay.
Right.
You give up 60 points for 48 or 49 points.
Yep.
Now, you pick up somebody like Tyson Chandler,
who's averaging 24,
and you come out with a surplus.
Yep.
Of, so 48 plus the 21 or 49 plus the 21.
Yep. I'm coming out with more points.
Right. So you're coming out with more points than you give up. Okay. They are also coming out with more points than they give up because if they are, the destination where your players would be going, you're giving up 60 for 49. They have a guy that's worth 11. They drop him. So that's they're staying the same.
Right.
Maybe improving a couple points.
So
they're staying the same, you're improving, and it's a win-win situation.
Right.
And I think, to me, that's the proper way to make a fantasy trade.
I'd say so. I'd have to agree completely because it is basically what I'm trying to do now. So once again, if you guys have any questions, put them in the comments below, or you can get a hold of both of us on social media, or you can get a hold of our good guy Garrett. But once again, thank you guys for watching, and we will catch you next time.